Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Julie Mann. I'm also known as the Habit Fixer, and I love helping people regain their mojo and age well. I do that with EFT, which is a really simple tapping technique, nutrition, skincare, and digital products. And today, if you are really interested in social media marketing, you're going to be delighted because I've got a guest on, Robert Kearsey, and he is actually a social media marketing specialist. Let me get that right, Rob.
Yes, yeah. Social media marketing specialist. You Roberted me though. I haven't been called Robert since for many, many years. My nan used to call me Robert. So
Only when you
you're
get
one of the
told
only.
off.
Yeah, it's when I go Robert. I'll let you get away with it, Julie, because I know how lovely you are.
It's Rob Kearsey, and he's even lovelier. So I know today, Rob, you're going to be talking about effective social media habits, aren't you? So
Yes, yes, I am.
oh,
Would you like me to take it away?
I would just go ahead.
Okie doke. I'll take it away then. So yes, social media marketing. I know it's something that a lot of people, they always have questions about. They have issues about. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through 5 tips today, which will help give you guidance in terms of social media marketing. So my first one is just about don't spread yourself too thin. There are obviously lots of social media marketing specialists out there. um, they will, some of them will tell you that you should be on all channels all the time. Try and post as much as possible. That is technically correct. Yes, you do, want to post as much as you possibly can. But I don't think that's particularly effective for small business owners. Small business owners, you've only got a certain amount of time, and you don't really want to be posting to social media, hours and hours of your day. So what I always say to business owners who, especially if they're starting with social media, is try and post 2 or 3 times on 2 channels. Just start off like that. Pick your 2 channels and post a couple of times per week. It's more about consistency rather than rather than kind of posting lots at once and then you just burn yourself out. That's definitely not the way to kind of get the best out of social media. You want to try and focus on good quality posts, that go out on a fairly regular basis. So first tip, don't spread yourself too thin. Try and post 2 or 3 times per week on 2 channels and just focus on that for a while. If it gets to the point where you're enjoying doing social media marketing, then maybe you can bring in another channel into the mix and you can try doing that. But 2 times per week on 2 channels just to start with. I think another thing to focus on is where possible, go video. So Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. That's kind of where you're going to generate a lot of reach within your channels. Especially if you're starting out. If you focus more on Reels, on Instagram and on Facebook, that is where you're going to produce content that the algorithms are going to like. It's going to go out to more people, and then your accounts are much more likely to grow. So short form video, you're looking 10, 15, 20 second pieces of content, videos, that they don't have to be well produced as well. They can just be shot on your phone. Maybe they have some captions or copy, which you put onto the video. So it doesn't have to be high production value, but go, focus on reels, and short form video. That's my second tip. Third tip, and I think this is really really important, especially on a channel like LinkedIn, is try and get your audience to comment. Comments are kind of really the currency on LinkedIn, especially long form comments. That is, LinkedIn likes to see conversations happening on posts. I often have it where I put out a post that generates lots of long form comments, and I will get comments coming back weeks later. So try and ask questions that you're going to get those kind of long form answers back from your community, back from your audience, because then you can respond to those comments, and then the responder will come back with their comment, and that's exactly what LinkedIn and channels like Facebook love to see. They love to see conversations going on. So they will often reward your posts with kind of extra reach. If you are kind of seeing those, if it's seeing those long form comments being generated on the post. Fourth tip is with regard to social media SEO. So social media platforms, especially your Instagrams and your TikToks, they are being used much more as search engines now. So people will often go on there and what's a good restaurant in Southeast London? What where in Asia is a good place to go on holiday? They will put those questions into Instagram, into TikTok, and then they will get content coming up that will be about what they've searched for. So you have to make sure that your social media posts are are good for SEO. So think about what sort of search terms and keywords you want your content to be seen for, basically. If I kind of gave the travel example, so if you're a travel brand, make sure you've got the type of travel brand that you are in all of your posts. If you're a particular destination, make sure you've got the destination as a keyword in every single post, and also make sure that your profiles are set up for search as well, so that again, when people are searching for something, your profile is much more likely to come up. And the final tip is just with regard to paid advertising. So paid advertising on Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, it is very, very effective. You can drive leads and sales through paid ad campaigns. What I would always say though is consult an expert first. Don't try, if you have no experience of paid advertising, if you haven't done any sort of courses, or if you haven't spoken to an expert before, don't just kind of go in and try and set one up yourself, because what tends to happen is that you'll probably set it up incorrectly. One of the things I often say to business owners is that it's very easy to set up a campaign on a platform like Meta, a platform like TikTok, but it's actually quite difficult to set one up that's going to convert and that's going to generate the objective that it's going to generate sales. It's going to generate leads. There's a lot more that goes into it than just sort of setting up an ad campaign on your phone and kind of letting that go. I've spoken to a lot of business owners who have tried to set up a paid campaign themselves when they don't have any experience, and what tends to happen is that they often lose a lot of money, and they're then reluctant to try it again, when if it was just set up properly, then it could be a really effective advertising channel for your brand. So always consult an expert when you're thinking about paid social media marketing. Don't just try and go in and do it yourself. The final thing I'll say as well is that I think any brand can succeed on social media. There is a channel for you. There are there's a real diverse range of platforms across the social media space now. So social media can absolutely work for you. It can help you achieve your goals. You just need to utilize it properly, have the right strategy, and most importantly, stick at it. If you try and set up a social media channel and you just try it for a month, it probably it's not gonna work out. You need to stick at it. It needs to kind of be a long-term marketing channel for you. So yeah, social media can succeed for your brand. It can succeed for any brand. You just have to utilize it properly, have the right strategy, and stick at it.
Oh, I love that, Rob. It's always about consistency, isn't it? In anything, if you want to have success at it, building that muscle. Yeah, it was really clear and really punchy. I do have a question though. Can I ask you a question?
Of course you can.
So, Facebook and Instagram are linked, aren't they?
Yes.
Yes, they're owned by the same.
Yes, so they're owned by Meta. So when I was talking about paid ads, there you can run ads across both Facebook and Instagram from the same business manager.
So my question is, if you want to post the same thing, is it better to just copy it over, or what's the best way of doing that? in terms
So
of, reach?
the way I would do it is, so there's something called Meta Business Suite, whereby if you've got Facebook and your Instagram connected to your Meta Business Suite, you can then schedule your posts that will go to your Facebook page and to your Instagram account. So that would be the way I would do it. That will, what you can do in Meta Business Suite is, there are slight differences between the two channels. So for instance, on Instagram, you probably want to use more hashtags than you would do on Facebook. You can have a sort of central post that's then sort of split out into, you've got your Facebook copy here and then you've got your Instagram copy here. So I would use Meta Business Suite to do that. Or, there are lots of scheduling tools which you can use as well. If you've got other channels apart from Facebook and Instagram, if you've got LinkedIn and TikTok as well. So there's a platform that I use called Later. So I use that to schedule my social media content. But if you want to use a free tool and you're just focused on Facebook and Instagram, then I would suggest using the Meta Business Suite.
Thank you. I clearly need to check that out. I do. Anyway, thank you so much, Rob. So if any of you watching or listening have really enjoyed this and you'd like to reach out to Rob, all his links are down below. Mine are there as well. If you've really enjoyed it, please just subscribe to this channel. And if you've loved it, why not share it? Anyway, thank you, Rob, so much for your pearls of wisdom. And thank you, everyone else, for watching.
Cool. Thank you, Julie.